Ever wanted to give a good to the devil? Stay tuned. I'll reveal the place to go where the devil can't touch you. Admittedly, I spent way too many of my early Christian years living idly while the devil toyed with my emotions, tormented me with the past, and instigated fear about the future. And many of you could probably admit the same. The truth is that we let the devil have way too much fun for way too long. But you can turn the tables today. In my book, Silence Satan, I write extensively about the victory of the cross and how it shuts the enemy's access to your past. But the Lord showed me that the cross does even more. It gives you access to a place of ultimate protection right now. Allow me to explain. Because of sin, humankind lost direct access to the presence of God. Instead, He rested His presence in a special place in the temple, the Holy of Holies, which was separated with a black curtain. Once a year, only a high priest could enter this place to make a sacrifice for the sins of God's people. Understand that this temple curtain was the quintessential symbol of the consequences of the works of the devil. It kept the people separated from God and God from His people. Now pay attention, because perhaps beyond everything else, what happens next is the moment that changes everything. On the cross, with Jesus' perfect blood shed once and for all, the mission was complete. God's mighty hands grabbed that loathed curtain and sent it flying into two pieces. It signaled that God's presence would no longer reside inside of a temple, but would now be with His people, inside each of us, providing anytime access to His presence and all its benefits: joy, peace, healing. But there's more. In Psalm 23, David refers to God's presence as a place of safety. I will not be afraid, he says, because God is with me. He then describes something fascinating. He boasts, "You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemies." I love the picture. In God's presence, we are free to enjoy the feast of the Lord while the enemy stands outside, peering through the window. He may taunt, but he can't be heard. He may salivate, but he can't devour. God's presence is a place where you can boast, "Nana, nana, boo, boo, you can't get me." David's words in Psalm 23:4 are powerful words of victory that you can make your own. Declare it. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, because God is close beside me. He is my protection. How awesome! The presence of God is here, right now, for you to enjoy and find refuge in. And that's torture to the devil, because in God's presence, Satan can look, but he can't touch.